Welcome back to... I am moving back to my preview window so I can actually see the game. Welcome back to Resident Evil 4. By the way, do not put stuff in that area. You will discard it. Permanently. I will be doing it. My inventory is full. Otherwise, do not do it. Last time we got started. And I talked shop. And about basically a bunch of friends stuff. Ashley's okay. Anyways, whispering aside. Whispering in Leon's Yak. Yeah, I still have a cold. I'm still recovering from coughing. Yeah, I'm still coughing a lot. Get used to it for this, it's why. Yeah, we also talked shop about like tutorial stuff and about professional mode. This is the hardest difficulty. It's not actually harder at maximum because of adaptability than it can get in normal mode. What as I said, professional mode locks the difficulty to 10. Meaning this is harder throughout the entire game and we will be getting no saving graces. What we get is what we get. Time to jump out of the window! Because, of course. And we're already dead. Get used to that screen, we'll be seeing it a lot. I haven't played this game in a good few years. Okay, I'm not messing with my inventory right now. Thanks, alarm. Great time to see if we can do this. Nope. Nope. Yeah, again, that is something from the other Resident Evil games that we just do not have access to. So, yeah. You can press plus to skip cutscenes. I think you can do it even if you haven't seen the cutscene before. So, yeah. If you want to know what's going on, look, this is last time. Come on. Do try to conserve ammo. This game isn't super stingy. I have run out of ammo in professional mode. But do conserve ammo. You are going to need it. Also, a fun fact, I think something that's from like the later releases and the Wii version, that started in the Wii version, is that Costume 3 will actually appear in some cutscenes, but most of them aren't, and will also appear in the codec sections, so it's not something in GameCube version. I should talk the weapon we have. The knife is actually pretty decent, albeit very, very short range. It does decent amount of damage throughout the entire game. but short range, and it doesn't stagger very well compared to gunshots. Our pistol, the pistol ammo class, is your workhorse weapon. It's, if I were to take a crude example from another kind of survival horror-esque game, not really horror, Doom? Fitting in the spooky month theme anyways. The pistol weapon class is the shotgun of this game. It's the one you're going to use the most, it's the most reliable, although not the strongest weapon. We'll get to those later. It's a reliable option. The starting pistol, however, is fine, it's good. Not too long from now, we are going to get the weapon I am going to use for the pistol slots throughout the rest of the game. You only want one of each weapon type. Thankfully, there is no rank at the end of this for damage taken, ammo used, and all of that, and first aid sprays used. We will only be getting a limited number of first aid sprays, but yeah. So, as with all things, they don't disappear yet. Cool. I believe later they will start disappearing. But yeah. As with any game with consumables, use your goddamn consumables. Also, use your knife to break boxes. Don't use your gun. Again, you want to conserve ammo. Herbs heal you. Greens, I believe, only heal 25% of HP. It's low. So, unless you need to, do not use single herbs. We'll get into combining herbs later. Yeah, handgun's handgun. I believe we can actually check your hand. Yeah, examine your handgun. There are 4 stats for a weapon. Firepower, how much damage it does. I don't think its damages are... It could actually be that they do what Ultra Kill does, and that one may seem like a low value, but it's actually high. I don't know the game's code. Firing speed, how fast you can fire. I don't believe it's displayed as shots per second. Reload speed, how fast you reload. And again, I don't think it's displayed in seconds. And capacity, how many bullets you can have before you need to reload. Here's a little... We haven't gotten into upgrading weapons, but I'm going to talk about this now. When you upgrade your capacity, it really loads every bullet up to your new capacity. So you can actually use it to freely reload your weapons without expending ammo. For weapons that you're not going to get much ammo for, like the shotgun, the Magnum, and the rifles, abuse this mechanic. For the pistols, you get more than enough ammo as is, so it doesn't really matter. Again, your pistol is your workhorse weapon. You will always at least get have some pistol ammo. Typewriters are save points. As you can see, I have a lot of saves. I'm gonna save this slot. Here's a little funny thing. You can't do New Game Plus on Pro from a normal mode save. You can only normal can only go into normal, Ada campaign goes into Ada, and Pro mode goes into Pro. So if you want to bring your infinite ammo rocket launchers and your stuff and your whatnot into professional mode, you can, unless you already have those things in professional mode. And the same with the Mega Buster, actually. You can't take it into normal, because it's something you get from starting a Pro mode New Game Plus. As a fun fact, if you don't already have it when starting New Game Plus. I believe. I could be wrong. But yeah, interesting. Sorry, burbs. I need the money. We are going to desperately need money throughout this entire run. And grenades. If one thing my experience with Proud Mode, my first experience with Proud Mode taught me anything, grenades are a godsend. And by the end of the game, we want at least a couple of incendiaries. I will explain that when we, well, get to the final boss. Which is not going to be for about a month. Or Duggo. By the way, we do want to free the dog. He will come out to help us later. So, yeah. Words. I've talked about quite a bit of my first playthrough, and I've also alluded to a lot of stuff. Also, these are trip mines. Do not walk into them, you will die. Shoot them from a distance. A lot of what makes Resident Evil fun is rationing out your ammo, so you never run out. Never caught in a situation with your pants down. In the games with what I'm gonna call the reload exploit, where if you combine your ammo and weapons in your inventory, you instantly reload. It gets rid of reload speed as a stat, which does actually matter, make a difference in Resident Evil 5, which does have this mechanic. It's also really good for the Mercenaries game mode, and something you need to take advantage of that if you're going to high scores in that game. In that game's Mercenary mode. Again, be wary of your ammo. If you're out of combat and you don't have bullets in your clip, always reload. You never, ever want to be... Always reload your pistol. If you need to use a shotgun, saying you want to use a shotgun, reload it beforehand. Do not reload the Magnum outside of light combat if you can help it, because you can just reload do capacity upgrades to reload it for free, because Magnum ammo is exceptionally rare. We will not be seeing much of it throughout the game. And I'm also going to do a little thing to make sure we get more of the ammo we want and have less of the ammo we don't want. Okay, I'm going to explain this right now while we're on it. Ammo drops. Not ammo from the environment that is static, for the most part. Ammo drops from enemies are interesting. Here's how they work. Enemies will have a chance to drop of any ammo for any gun you currently have. So if you only have the pistol, they can only drop pistol ammo. If you have the shotgun, they can drop shotgun ammo. I think they'll always drop pistol ammo. I don't know. They'll drop shotgun ammo and so on and so forth. I would recommend keeping a pistol or a rifle and shotgun on hand anyways, because pistol reloads way faster than those two. Yeah, and rifles are long range, but they are... I will use them in close range. Do not do that. But yeah, so that's interesting. There's also other interesting stuff when it comes to weapons. We'll get to. Some boxes, you might sometimes see me like do that with boxes. Some boxes have snakes in them, which do chip damage to you, but you get an egg, which is a pretty good healing item if you manage to kill them. Same thing for killing chickens, which only applies to the next area. Guess there's no gender discrimination here. Better find her fast.
¡Os voy a romper a pedazos!
Also, if you stagger an enemy, you can do, like, special attacks. Alive. Yeah, not all enemies will drop stuff. Alright, we have a second herb. We'll get plenty of green herbs, so I might as well explain this now. Green herb plus green herb boosts the healing effectiveness to like 50%, and 3 green herbs 75%, I believe. You always want it to use at least green. There are 3 herb types, one of which is exceptionally rare and we will not be seeing very many out throughout the entire game, but I will talk about it when we get there. Also, just combining herbs reduce their spaces in the inventory. So, yeah, always combine your herbs. We'll get plenty of greens, though not as many from enemy drops. Also get used to being low health. There is, I guess I could say one last thing about Pro Mode. Late game in like Act 3, because this game has like 3 acts, 3 different areas. Act 3 unlocks an item called the Body Armor. It's a passive item that, when purchased, it doesn't take any space in the inventory. When purchased, reduces all damage taken by 50%, and if you're using the regular costume, it has a different appearance. it modifies your appearance in a base costume. You do not get it in professional mode at all. So you'll be taking full damage throughout the entire game. No effective doubling of your health. Or effective 50% increase. Whatever the number is. Again, I'm still recovering. So prepare for me to occasionally stop and forcefully exhale. Wow, okay. Wow, we're not even that far in it's already been 20 minutes. This is going to be a long let's play. Or things will speed up as we go. So yeah, I've also kind of meandered into the So yeah, until next time.